Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Park TV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are broadcasting from Robbinsdale Cooper's Gymnasium, where the Benilde St. Margaret varsity volleyball team is about to take on the Robbinsdale Armstrong Falcons in the Section AAA semifinal match, with the right to go to the final in the 6th AAA section against Hopkins. Tonight, Benilde St. Margaret's the number 2 seed, comes out of the Metro West Conference 24-3 with a 13-2 conference record, and they are going against the Robbinsdale Armstrong Falcons, who come out of the tough Northwest Conference. They had a 7-2 conference record and an overall 20-7 record. They are the number 3 seed here in 6 AAA. So we've got 3 versus 2 with the right to play the number 1 seed on Saturday at noon in this gymnasium. So it should be a great match. Prior to tonight, in the earlier playoff matches, Robbinsdale Armstrong got a first-round bye and then beat Minneapolis Southwest High School to get to this game, and Benilde beat Washburn to get here. And we're underway, and the first point of the game goes to Benilde St. Margaret's, and we're underway here. Best of 5 advances to the final against Hopkins. Serving for Benilde right now, that was number 9, Anna Carr, a senior captain, and that is a big time shot there by number 12, Lauren Clark. There she is. Keep an eye on her. She is a D1 recruit for Penn State after she finishes her high school career. On the other side, the Benilde Red Knights have Maisie Jackson. She's also a D1 recruit to Northern Illinois after her high school career. She is number 3 on the Red Knights. And here comes the D1 prospect, and her kill shot is saved by Benilde nicely in the back row, and it goes out of bounds. So the point goes to Armstrong, and they have a 2-1 lead and the serve. And serving for them right now, that's number 14, Riley Fry, 5'10", 9th grader. Jump serve. Big hit there by Maisie Jackson, number 3. There she is, off to a great start. Both the D1 recruits on both teams are ready to play. And now there with the ball, number 10, knocks her on the head there a little bit. That's Sarah Luong. Sarah is a sophomore. She's also the daughter of the head coach, Fong Luong. And she serves at 2-all here in the first game, and she gets a point. Back row for the Falcons, unable to handle that serve, had a lot of pace on it. So Long also off to a great start here. She uses the jump serve. Nice bump there by number 4, Maddie Zanenko for the Falcons. And the Red Knights get another point. They open up a small 4-2 lead here. Luong now to serve for her 3rd consecutive service point. Good jump serve there. Set goes to number 9 for the Falcons. That was Sophie Vogel. And that results in a side out and a point for the Falcons, and that brings up number 12, the powerful Lauren Clark, 6'1" junior. Already being recruited by Penn State. She gets her serve in. There's the set by Luong. And that is given to Maisie Jackson, and she is on her kill shots tonight. She saw the opening midway down the line. Watch the approach and just the great form there, and just threads the needle. 5-3 Benilde, and she will now serve. Also with a jump serve. There's Maisie Jackson again. This time they answer. Chance here again for the Red Knights. That was number 52, Carter Booth. She's just an 8th grader. Number 52 for Benilde. And that spike attempt goes long. Number 12 on the attempt was Sophie Hathaway, a captain, a senior for the Red Knights. Scores 5-4, and now serving for the Falcons is number 4, Maddie Zanenko, senior, 5'7". She employs that jump serve as well. Hathaway, number 12, takes another shot at it. This time it goes wide, point to the Armstrong Falcons, and it's tied up here, game 1. Zanenko to serve a second time in a row. Hathaway with the bump, and Maisie Jackson gets it to the back row of the Falcons. Maisie Jackson does another one, saved by the Falcons. Hathaway tries the dink shot, and oh, it miraculously goes over. Miraculously goes over the net. It just kind of danced on the net there and went over. Benilde was unable to answer, and it went out of bounds. So Armstrong now with their first lead, 6-5. Zanenko to serve for her third consecutive point. Number 4 there. Carter with the big spike gets rejected and goes off Benilde. So Armstrong now opens up a 2-point lead. And now Zanenko going for her 4th consecutive service win. And she gets it. She is on a roll. That goes off Benilde. And they are down 8-5 now. There she is. She's off to a great start. Maddie Zanenko, number 4 for her 5th point. And she gets it. That was a well-placed serve. Low and to the right along the line. Maisie Jackson couldn't get it. 4-point lead now for the Falcons. Fast-paced game here early on. There's Maisie Jackson blocked at the net nicely there by number 9. That was Sophie Vogel. Oh, ball still alive. Benilde celebrated a little early there. They got more work to do if they want to get this point. Jackson with another spike save, and this time Hathaway is unable to get it in a location that they could hit a second shot. So point inside out. Benilde stops the bleeding, and now they are just down 3 and out. And in the match to serve is number 28, Caitlin Fox, a junior. There she is. Gets that serve in just over the net nicely. Big spike attempt by number 5, Audrey Schumacher, a 5'8" junior. And that ball sails. Oh, that went off a Falcon, so Benilde gets the point. Caitlin Fox will serve a second time, down 2. Big spike attempt there by number 9. Sophie Vogel gets the point in the side out for the Falcons on that one, and she will now serve. Her team up 3. Earlier in this arena, Hopkins took care of Edina 3-0 in impressive fashion. They are, I believe, undefeated, and they will be a formidable opponent for whoever wins this match. Nice job there by number 12 for Benilde. Sophie Hathaway, the captain, gets the point on a beautiful spike kill shot right there. Look at her extend up there, and Lauren Clark could not handle it. So that tells you how much pace was on that by Hathaway. So we have some substitutions coming in, and that will be number 13, Anna Scherson. She's a junior captain for the Red Knights, in to serve, down 2. Nice serve right over the net. Oh, block attempt by Benilde. Doesn't work. That was number 14 with the kill shot, Riley Fry for the Falcons. She's a 9th grader, 5'10". Benilde went for the block and was unable to block it back. So point to the Falcons and the serve. That is number 5, Schumacher. And we got a net violation. And so Armstrong gets the point, and they now have their biggest lead here in game 1, 4 points. Schumacher will still serve. Gets it over. Maisie Jackson takes the shot, tries to put it in the dead zone there, and the drop shot there by Clark. Benilde handles it. Here comes Clark again, and she lets one fly. Benilde might save it here, and they do. Well done. And the spike attempt by number 16 for the Falcons. That is Olivia Hecht, a senior 6-footer. Gets the point for Armstrong Falcons, and we have a timeout here, 13-8, taken by Benilde. So in this, here's the replay. Yeah, watch the power on this. Wow. You could actually see that ball accelerate during the replay as it was going through the air. And I am sitting just to the right, or to the left behind that official in the white sweater, and I can see that arm movement. I'm usually up in the stands when I'm announcing, and I saw the velocity of her arm when she hit that ball. I'm speaking of Lauren Clark. It was something to behold. That's the hardest shot I think I've seen in all the broadcasting of volleyball that I've done. So Armstrong has done a nice job here coming in here. They are the underdog. They're the number 3 seed. They're not much of an underdog, I'll grant you that, but nevertheless, they are the underdog at the 3 seed, and they are off to a great start. We'll have to see if Benilde can answer the call here in game 1 and get back in this one. So they just took a timeout. We'll see if that makes a difference. Falcons, I think, have the serve here. Yep, it's still Audrey Schumacher. And she will serve again. Maisie Jackson dinks it over, save, nice dive there by number 4, Zanenko, and they get the kill shot. Boy, Zanenko kept that alive for the Falcons. What an effort by her. Look at that dive right there, saved the whole point and allowed Clark just to hammer that thing. I mean, look at number 13 with their hands for Benilde, Anna Scherson. She couldn't even see that ball, I don't believe. That's how much pace is on it. Here she comes again. Oh, she fakes him out, and it works. Not a bad time to fake him out with the fake, powerful kill shot there by Clark. And now the Falcons have opened up a 7-point lead. That ball goes out. The bleeding hopefully stops for the Red Knights. And they need to get some points in a huge hurry, and Sophie Hathaway is here to serve it and see if she can get some points. Clark, good night. Wow. Oh, they gave the point to Benilde. There was a net violation. So Scherson serves again. Benilde, Maisie Jackson. Clark sets it. From the back row, that was Schumacher. Benilde unable to handle it. And Armstrong has come ready to play here in game 1, up 6. Benilde, they're all talking, they're trying to get it together over there. They're not playing poorly. I think it's just that Armstrong is just playing lights out right now. Bang, that was a nice attempt there by Maisie Jackson. Hathaway, Clark, and a nice save by the Falcons. And the beautiful spike, number 4, Skya Faber, a 9th grader. First time we've called her number tonight, and she shows up big time here. Look at that. Great timing, caught the back row off guard, and finally a point for Benilde. They're only down 5. Plenty of time to get back in this. Oh, and that set went way too far in front for Clark. And as I've said before, the set is everything when it comes to a great spike. The ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and that one was a little bit off. So serving for Benilde is number 9, Anna Carr, senior captain. And she gets another point, and suddenly the Red Knights are just within 3. Anna Carr to serve again. Whoa, another big time clean kill shot by that woman right there, number 12. We're gonna be calling her number a lot, Lauren Clark. Reports are that she is gonna play for Penn State in the Big Ten after her high school career. Good for her. Point now again for the Armstrong Falcons. Serving is number 14, Riley Fry. She's just a 9th grader, 5'10". Gets the point, going for her second one. That's Fry right there. Trying to close this out for the Falcons in game 1. Best of 5 moves on to the final. Another point for Armstrong on a technical violation, and another timeout called by the Red Knights. They're down 6, 1-minute timeout. Looking at some of the common opponents that both these teams have played earlier this year, they had a couple common opponents and they both beat those common opponents. They both played Chanhassen. Just looking to see if we can find some sort of wrinkle in their past games this season to see if we can tell who might have an edge here other than the current score. And their common opponents, they played similarly well against them. They beat them all the same. Chanhassen, St. Louis Park, Robbinsdale Cooper, which is where we're broadcasting from. And just because Armstrong has 7 losses compared to Benilde, I do think that Robbinsdale Armstrong comes out of a tougher conference with Champlain Park, Maple Grove, Elk River, Osseo, Anoka. These are big high schools with lots of numbers as compared to the conference that Benilde comes out of. So the record of Armstrong may be a bit deceiving, as is their seed. And right now, that appears to be the case, at least here in game 1. So we're about to begin underway again here, game 1. Riley Fry serving for the Falcons. And the tip shot there by number 52. She is Carter Booth. She is just an 8th grader, and I think she's the tallest woman on the court, so she's at least 6'1" or 6'2". We don't have a listing for that, I don't believe, of what her height is, but she is very tall and going to be a force in this match as it progresses. Only an 8th grader. Okay, to serve is Sarah Luong. Jump serve, nicely done, right over the net. And there's the spike attempt by number 9. That was Sophie Vogel, and that kill shot goes to her and her Falcons, and they have edged their lead back to 6, and they're 5 points from victory at 25. And now serving is Lauren Clark. Jump serve. Oh, and that thing dives right over the net. Well done. Yep, and that's exactly why Benilde had trouble with that. There was all kinds of velocity and spin on that ball, and it was diving. And Benilde was unable to handle it. There she is. She is ready to go. Look at her, keeping that intensity up, pounding that ball onto the court, and she's ready to go. Comes the spike attempt by Maisie Jackson, and that is well done by her. Number 3 with the right arm from the left side. Gets it in the right corner against the Falcons, and now it's 21-15, and Maisie Jackson will serve. And the Red Knights really need her to reel off several in a row here to get back in this. That ball goes out of bounds. Point for Armstrong. That's gonna hurt. Now Armstrong suddenly is just 3 points from the game 1 victory. And serving for them is Maddie Zanenko. If you recall, she reeled off 5 or 6 in a row earlier in this game. Big spike attempt goes out by Carter. 8th grader just misses. Some members of the crowd don't like that call, but it stands. Hathaway gets blocked at the net, and it rebounds back over. Ball still alive. Carter with the big kill shot goes off number 5 and down for a point. Number 5 was Audrey Schumacher, tried to save it for the Falcons. Now it's 23-16, side out for Benilde, and now in the match to serve is Caitlin Fox, the junior. Gets it over. Big kill shot there by number 16, Olivia Hecht, 6-foot senior. Puts the Armstrong Falcons at game point in game 1. And here to serve for them is number 9, Sophie Vogel. That ball goes in, Benilde let it go, and that means the Armstrong Falcons take game 1, 25-16, and come back for game 2.
You're always trying to keep your kids safe, right? What about preventing concussion? Concussion can happen anywhere, on a sports field, at the park, even at home. So you need to know the ABCs. Assess the situation, be alert for signs and symptoms, and contact a healthcare professional. Most kids recover completely, but seek care to help them get better faster. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. Keep kids safe. It's as simple as ABC.
Welcome back to Robbinsdale Cooper High School, where we, Park TV 16 Sports on Location, is bringing you Section 6 AAA Girls High School Volleyball. Benilde St. Margaret's and the Robbinsdale Armstrong, not the Cooper, Armstrong Falcons are meeting in the semifinal match. The ultimate goal for both these teams is to get to the state tournament, but only one of these two teams can advance to the final of Section 6 AAA on Saturday against Hopkins Royals. And then the winner of that match will move on to the state tournament. I'm Robert Christensen, happy to be bringing you the action here tonight. It is really great volleyball action, and we're lucky to have a couple of D1 prospects on the court tonight. Number 12 is Lauren Clark. Her team, the Armstrong Falcons, will be on our left here for game 2. Both teams are in the equivalent red. Somebody forgot to pack their away uniforms, so don't be confused. I'll try to keep it straight, but Armstrong's on our left. The Red Knights of Benilde St. Margaret's are on our right. And they are the higher seed, number 2 seed, so they need to get it going here. They're down by 1 now. Armstrong came out firing and got the lead and really never looked back after the early moments of game 1. So we're just waiting for the players to get set. The head coach, Fuang Long, for Benilde is giving some last-minute instructions to the Red Knights. So Armstrong will start serving game 2. And back to start it out for them is number 14, Riley Fry. Just a 9th grader, 5'10" though. Gets it off, and a nice job there by the coach's daughter, number 10, Sarah Luong. Gets Benilde off on the right foot, and they get the serve and point number 1. Already a substitution coming in for Benilde is number 30, Allie Brooks, a junior. And to serve is Sarah Luong, who got the point. She'll try to follow that up with a good service round here. And that was a nice kill shot by Sophie Vogel for Armstrong. However, that ball looked like it was going out. Anna Carr tried to get it, but it went off her hands for the Red Knights. So now service back to the Falcons, and that is Lauren Clark, number 12. She gets it in. And Maisie Jackson gives a big spike. And we got a net violation against the Armstrong Falcons. So the Red Knights will get their second point and the service. And that means Maisie Jackson is up to serve. Another substitution now in for the Red Knights is Sophie Hathaway, number 12. She's on the court with Carter Booth, and also right there, Maisie Jackson, who just served it. And what a save by the Falcons there. I thought that was done, and it paid off as Carter Booth could not execute the kill shot, sending it right into the net. Ball wasn't real high for a kill shot. So point and side out, we're tied 2-all, and Maddie Zelenko to serve for the Falcons, gets it in. Hathaway with the spike attempt, stopped by the Falcons. And that kill shot was by Schumacher. Hathaway again, saved by Clark. And the kill shot attempt by Audrey Schumacher is blocked by Carter Booth and friends. I think that was also number 30, Allie Brooks. Brooks and Carter there get the block and the point and the serve, which now belongs to Anna Carr. She gets it in. Schumacher gets it over for the Falcons. Nice save there by Luong. Hathaway with the dink shot. Saved by the Falcons. Clark gets it over, and the diving attempt by Carr. Couldn't quite get there, but what an effort by her. And so we're tied here early on. Armstrong won game number 1 if you're just joining us. It's a best of 5. And these two teams are evenly matched. Little break in the action. Okay, there's the whistle. Now to serve for Armstrong is Sophie Vogel. And boy, she gets it right over the net. Maisie Jackson lets one fly. And Vogel can't handle it, so point for the Red Knights. They're up 4-3, and they will serve. Waiting for substitutions on both sides. In for the Falcons is number 8, Rachel Ukestad. She's a sophomore, 5'9", and in for the Red Knights is number 13, Anna Scherson, and she will now serve, leading 4-3. Nice block there by Hathaway. Riley Fry for the Falcons tried to pull a fast one at the net, and it did not fool Hathaway. Watch that, she tried to dink it, and Hathaway was right there. Great anticipation by her. Great volleyball instincts to see that coming. And the follow-up serve hits the line. That might be the shot that really lights up Red Knights right now. They need to get a spark, and that might have been it. That ball looked like it might be going out. Let's see, it is very close. Yeah, Schumacher thought it was going out, and she was wrong. And let's see if that lights a fire under Benilde here. Oh, what a tip. Nope, she hit the number 16. Olivia Heck made a great effort to tip that over, but she couldn't stop from running in the net. So that means point to the Red Knights, and now a 4-point lead, their largest lead of this game and of the night. Nice deep serve there. Schumacher's attempt, the block attempt by the Red Knights. Unable to get that with Skya Faber. And number 11 who's in the match, Kara Volbrecht. She's a senior. So 7-4, and Schumacher, number 5, to serve for the Falcons. Maisie Jackson from the back row. Gets a little assist there from the net. But her overwhelming power with that shot allowed that ball to climb up over the net. Otherwise, it was off the mark. So they'll take it. And now we have a big serve here from number 22. That is Sophie Dobos, a sophomore for Benilde. And she gets the ball back over the net for the Red Knights. And here comes Clark. Wow. My goodness, that is really powerful. Believe me, if you can hit as hard as she can, you'd be jumping around too. Watch this. This is too much fun. Bang! I have to say, those are the hardest shots I've seen in high school girls volleyball. Unbelievable. Oh, and that service by Olivia Hecht kind of came off her hand awry. Didn't quite get it how she wanted to. But Benilde still leads 9-5, and they get to serve. And to do the honors for them is Caitlin Fox, the junior. There she is, with a 4-point lead. And there's a strong Benilde presence here, a fan, good student section. Back and to my right, making their presence known here, urging on their fellow Red Knight volleyball team. And wow! Now that was amazing. If we could get that on replay. That's Clark, 6'1", D1 prospect going against the 8th grader who's at least 6'1", and she puts it back down. Wow, that's highlight reel stuff if you're Carter Booth. Point to the Red Knights, up 5 now in game 2, and now Clark brings the hammer down this time. Look at the smile on her face. If you've ever played volleyball, it is a great feeling to spike something like that. All right, 10-6, game 2. Now to serve is Riley Fry, the 9th grader, 5'10", the jump serve gets it in. Not a lot of missed serves here on either team. And Maisie Jackson answers Lauren Clark with a spike of her own. 5-point lead, substitutions now. Luong comes in, number 10. Also in for the Red Knights is Allie Brooks, and Luong will serve. She gets it in. And then we got a net violation against the Falcons. 6-point lead for the Red Knights. Luong will get to serve again. And it's the Red Knights' largest lead of the night. The right-hander will give it a whirl here, and she employs that jump serve. Very efficient at that. And it works well. Maddie Zanenko for the Falcons, unable to handle that, and we have a timeout on the court. 7-point lead for the Red Knights, and they've got to feel a lot better about things now. Their first game was a little rough on their end, but they seem to have settled down and are playing a much better game here in game 2. But it's worth hanging around watching this volleyball just to watch that woman right there, number 12, in that huddle there for the Armstrong Falcons. She's going to Penn State, rumor has it. Reliable reports, and she is showing why she is worthy of a Division I scholarship. She is a pleasure to watch. There's a strong fan contingent there behind the Red Knights on the right. They also have an equal number of students, and maybe more, back on the opposite side of the Red Knights cheering away. So good to see the school spirit from Benilde St. Margaret's making the trek from St. Louis Park up here to Robbinsdale. And it's exciting stuff. Great volleyball action here. Okay, Luong back to serve out of the timeout. Sometimes these timeouts can have a chilling effect on the server. Oftentimes they do, actually. Let's see what happens here. Luong to serve. She gets it in. And the spike by number 9. Sophie Vogel gets the point and the side out for the Falcons. So the timeout, one would argue, worked. There she is. Number 9, Sophie Vogel, nice job by her. And now to serve is Lauren Clark, number 12. Little jump serve, gets it deep with a lot of pace. And Maisie Jackson will just get it over the net, play defense, and here come, oh, that was not a good set for Clark. So now a chance here for the Red Knights. Maisie Jackson takes the kill a shot. Goes off number 14, Riley Fry, and now it's a 7-point lead for the Red Knights. And Maisie Jackson, number 3, will get, here's the replay, just went off number 14 there, Fry. So nice job by Jackson. And there she is, she gets to serve. Up 7. She gets it in. Ball over, here comes the set for the 8th grader, and she sends it wide, or long, I should say. So point inside out to Armstrong. And back to serve is number 4, Maddie Zanenko, in black. She's the libero. Okay, gets it in. Both these teams are serving very well. Very few unforced errors. Big spike attempt there by Vogel. Benilde saves it, but to nobody. Unfortunately, no one was there on that bump attempt. Looking for a set. No one called it out. So that is an unforced error on the Red Knights. So Zanenko to serve again. Now down 5. That ball comes off her hand a little awkward, but very effective nevertheless. Clark with the bump. Fry with the set. Oh, well done there by Carter Booth. Maisie Jackson takes the spike from the middle row. There's Clark. There's the set to Hathaway. Off the net. And the dink shot saved by Luong. Jackson with the tried to do the spike from the back row. And it goes into the net. So Zamenko is about to get her 3rd service in a row here. She reeled off 5 or 6 in game 1, so she's very effective going for her 4th now. She does serve well, I have to say, very consistent. Hathaway with the dink shot, saved by number 5, Schumacher. Zamenko bumps it over, opportunity here perhaps. And Hathaway does the spike and does the trick. Number 12, what a game she is having here. Sophie Hathaway has played a major role here in game 2 at the net. Serving there is Anna Carr. Hathaway again with the spike, and she scores again. 2nd time in a row for 12. Sophie Hathaway, captain senior, having a great game 2 here. 16-10. Anna Carr, there she is, she'll serve again. And just barely gets it over, but it's very effective. Luong. Hathaway, Skye Faber accidentally bumped into the net there while the ball was in play. That stopped play, and the point inside out then goes to the Falcons, and back to serve for them again is Sophie Vogel. And she sends it long. So point for Benilde, 17-11. First team to 25 by 2 gets the game. And in there now for the Red Knights, that's Kara Volbrick, the senior. Also in is number 13, Anna Scherson. She's their designated server. So they're rotating her and Luong in for serving purposes mostly. And Schumacher, number 5, her kill shot goes off her hand awkwardly into the net. So now it's 18-11. And Scherson to serve again. Nice jump serve. Clark handles it, and then she gives the big, I think that was going out, but Maisie Jackson saved it, and she hits it again, gets it over. And Schumacher with the spike attempt. Jackson hits it, it's gotta go over. Scherson makes sure it gets over. There she is with the bump. Here comes the set to Skye Faber, and she tries to dink it. And Clark, with her powerful shot, goes off 2 Red Knights. So point inside out, back to the Falcons, down 6. And now to serve is Audrey Schumacher. Jackson with the bump, Volbrecht with the set, and Jackson scores from the back row. And I happened to catch the look on her face. I think she was as surprised as anybody that that worked out as well as it did. But they'll take it. She's very talented, Maisie Jackson. She can spike from anywhere on the court. Amazing. Okay, now into service number 22. That's Sophie Dobos. Clark, big time power. Wow. I am never, ever, I'm always impressed by those kill shots. They're just huge. So Lauren Clark brings it home for the Falcons, 19-13 now. And back to serve is Olivia Heck, number 16, the 6-foot senior. And that ball goes right on the line. Beautifully done by Hecht. Always a tough call. I say when in doubt, hit it. All right, Hecht to serve again. And this time it goes, right into the net, right at the top tape there. So point for Benilde. They're now 5 points from game 2. And this has been a hard-fought game 2. Armstrong had their way with them in game 1. They got ahead and never looked back. And this time, it's pretty much the same for the Red Knights here. So in to serve, number 28, Caitlin Fox. And the dink shot there, well done by Lauren Clark. Gets them to 15. So advantage Red Knights to win this game too. They just need 5 to get to the home there, and the Falcons got to double that. They're down 10 from victory. But it can go away very quickly. Leads can change very fast here in volleyball. Jackson saves it for the Red Knights, and the set to number 9, Sophie Vogel. Works out for them, and now they're within 4. And back to serve again is Riley Fry, 5'10", freshman, 9th grader. And we got a timeout on the court. Benilde takes timeout. I think that is a smart timeout by their head coach, Huang Long. They've really dominated, but you could sense that the Falcons were starting to get some momentum there, pulling within 4. So a good time to take a timeout just to settle things down. The last thing the Red Knights want to have happen is to go down 2 here. Best of 5. So this is a really important game for the Red Knights. Smart move just to talk to his players, make sure they're grounded, thinking the same way. And that's exactly what he did, just to settle them down. Nice job there. So here they come out, and they're being led by Carter Booth, number 52. Maisie Jackson, 3's in. Number 11, Kara Volbrecht, along with number 9, Anna Carr. 13 is Anna Scherson, and number 28 to round it out is Caitlin Fox in there for the Red Knights. So back out to serve is the freshman Riley Fry. Down 4, 20-16. Let's see what happens. Nice serve by her. Nice job by Jackson to save that. That thing had some torque on it. And Clark. Big time kill shot. I don't know if there was a net violation or because they blew the whistle before the ball actually went out of bounds. Nevertheless, that was still all Clark's doing. So 20-17. Now the Falcons are just within 3. They're really making a run at the Red Knights. And the Red Knights got troubles here. They got to get it over, and they do nicely there by Scherson. And here comes Clark, and she just hammers it. Scherson, number 9, or Anna Carr. Boy, watch the pace on this. Boom! Yeah, duck. That's about all you can do. Okay, number 14, Riley Fry. Oh, wow, there was a lot of pace on that serve, and it caused problems for the Red Knights, but they save it. And number 11 with the big spike attempt for the Falcons goes in. Rena Mayer is her name. First time we're calling her number tonight. 5'11" junior brings the Falcons to within 1. They are on a run here, and Riley Fry is leading the way at the service line, and she is going to bring it again. Jump serve. No spin on that, and that goes off number 22, Sophia Dobos, unable to handle that, and now we're tied. Red Knights got to dig deep here if they want to pull out game 2. They have just given up a 6-point lead here, and Hathaway to serve, or no, that was Fry to serve again, and Maisie Jackson ends that right away. So 21-20, Benilde gets that point. they need someone to bring it home. And now they've got no one better than Sarah Luong, the sophomore. Serving ace to try to close it out here. They're 4 points from game 2 victory. Heck with the serve, and it's out. Nobody touched it. And they give the point to Benilde. Both refs were looking at each other. They didn't know who should get the point. And they gave it to Benilde, and boy, their crowd is feeling it here. Let's see if anybody touched it. I can't see if anybody touched it at the net. Let's see there. I don't think so. Too close. And the big kill shot there by number 9, Sophie Vogel. Brings the Falcons back to within 1, 22-21. This is a nail biter, and now Lauren Clark to serve. It's glad she's on the back row if you're a Benilde fan, though, with the game on the line here. Maisie Jackson brings it back home. (23-21), and she will serve. 2 points from the game 2 victory. Game 2 is awfully critical to both teams. And here's Maisie Jackson showing all kinds of determination. Look at the face on that. And the dink shot could set it up nicely for Benilde, but they decide to dink it over. And here comes Clark, and it's blocked at the line. I don't know who got it, either Hathaway or Booth. And now it's game point for the Red Knights at 24-21. They survived this scare. We got a timeout right at game point. Interesting strategic move by the coach. Aisha Khan, the head coach for the Robbinsdale Armstrong, is going to try to ice the Red Knights. And there's the graphic of the tournament for Section AAA volleyball. And it is great volleyball action in this section. Hopkins took care of Edina in 3 straight. So they are moving on to the final, which will be played this Saturday, November 4th at noon, right here on this gymnasium floor, Robbinsdale Cooper. 47th and Winnetka in Robbinsdale. Great volleyball. If you're watching this and Saturday, November 4th has not rolled around, it's a great indoor activity on a cold Saturday afternoon. Come and watch this. It's really exciting. It's infectious. It's good for the soul to watch this stuff. Great, great high school spirit. And the Benilde fans are here in force. All right, game point here for Maisie Jackson, number 3. Can she bring it home for the Red Knights? Gets it in. Here's the set, and it goes to, number 11 does a nice job. Brina Mayer on the right side, unable to block it at the front there. Carter Booth, great effort by her. Also in there, Erin Beacom, number 20. First time we've called her name. She's a junior for Benilde. Okay, Zanenko to serve, and she's dangerous at the service line. She's real up on point. Here comes Hathaway, and she does it again. And that brings home the victory, and it should have been her. Hathaway had a great second game. She really, really asserted herself, and it was only fitting that she got that game point for game 2. So we're tied at 1. Come back for game 3.
Introducing a breakthrough in time management technology. A whole new day of the week. It's called Someday. Ingenious. Perhaps someday you were going to go skydiving. Enter a hot dog eating contest. Maybe ride a mechanical bull. Now, it's on the calendar. You may want to retire someday. Ready for that? You'll really want this. A My Social Security account at socialsecurity.gov. You can estimate your future benefits, plan for your retirement, and how to save for it. If you already receive benefits, you can manage them online. Millions of people already have a My Social Security account. In fact, someone opens one about every 6 seconds. Get yours today. Because someday is here at socialsecurity.gov.
Welcome back to Park TV 16 Sports on Location. Again, we're broadcasting from Robbinsdale Cooper High School, bringing you semifinal 6 AAA section playoff action. And we are about to begin Game 3. If you're just joining us, Robbinsdale Armstrong, the number 3 seed out of the Northwest Suburban Conference, surprised the number 2 seeded Red Knights and took Game 1 convincingly. And then we just concluded the Red Knights taking Game 2. They had a sizable lead. Armstrong came back to tie it at 20, and then the Red Knights closed it out narrowly with a 25-22 victory. So we're tied at 1-1. Both teams are in red if you're just joining us. So I can tell you the Armstrong Falcons are on our right here for Game 3. Benilde is on our left. Best of 5 moves on to the final against the Hopkins Royals. So we're about to begin Game 3, and serving for the Red Knights, that's Anna Carr, number 9. If you haven't been watching, it's been a great volleyball action, and we got a violation against the Armstrong Falcons. And now to serve again is Anna Carr, number 9, up 1-0 here, Game 3. No, there was no point scored on that. Or at least the scoreboard doesn't reflect it. I think there was. Oh yeah, it's 2-0. So yep, score got straightened out. All right, so back to serve. Anna Carr again. She's starting off 2-0 on serves and gets that one just barely over and off to a great start. Anna Carr. 3-0 lead here for the Red Knights in Game 3. That ball's in. And Clark with the big spike. It's got to go over, and nicely done there by Carr to save that point. And nicely done by, but she hits the net on the follow through. You can see it, you can hear it. So 3-1. Side out for the Falcons, and back to serve is Riley Fry. She had a great service game in Game 2. She brought back, while she served, she brought back the Falcons to tie it up against the Red Knights before the Red Knights won. And there's Maisie Jackson, number 3. Big kill shot gives the Red Knights their 4th point of Game 3, and they have now opened up a 3-point lead again. And in to serve is their specialist, Sarah Luong, sophomore. Jump serve. She's been steady all day from the service line. And the joint attempt there by Clark. And it comes out to her, and she lets it go off the side of her hand. I think that was on purpose. And a nice shot there. Was that? I think that was Anna Carr with the kill shot. I was obstructed just briefly, but I think that's who it was. So 5-1, nice start here for the Red Knights. No letdown after that exciting, nail-biting Game 2. And Luong will serve again. There she is, Sarah. Oh, nice serve right over the net with lots of pace. And the kill shot attempt there by number 9 for the Falcons, Sophie Vogel. Gets another point there for the Red Knight, or for the Falcons. And back to serve, Lauren Clark. Just a mini jump serve. She doesn't take a huge jump like I've seen some other players. And we got a line net violation. Long into the neutral zone there. Gives the point to Clark and the Falcons, and she will serve again, down 2 early here, Game 3. Pivotal Game 3 here. Carr gets it over for the Red Knights. Luong to Jackson, and she mishits that kill shot. Did not come off her hand very well, right into the net. That's gonna happen every once in a while. So Clark to serve again. She's on a roll here, going for her, I believe, 4th point in a row. And boy, there was a lot of pace on that. can see by Anna Carr's reaction, that may even hurt her hand just a little bit. She's not grabbing it, but her initial, there was a little wince there, and I can tell you, this Clark can really bring it. There's a lot of pace on that ball, and you can see that pace led directly to that miss hit there by number 22, Sophie Dobos, and that's tough. It's right at your chest. You don't know what to do with it. You set it, do you bump it? And there you go. Carr to Booth. The 8th grader. She's at least 6'2". I'll try to find that out between game 3 and game 4, exactly what her height is. But judging from the other 6'1", she looks significantly taller than them, so she might be 6'3". Okay, Maisie Jackson to serve at 6. Clark dinks it over for the Falcons, and Booth. And that goes to Hathaway, who had a great game too. Jackson to Long, to Booth, and she brings the hammer down. Number 9, Sophie Vogel tried to block it, but the pace was just too great. Number 52, there she is right there in your middle at the net. And back to serve is Maisie Jackson now, nursing a 1-point lead, 7-6. She gets it over, back to Clark, to Fry, and the spike attempt by number 11, Brenna Mayer, scores the point and evens the game at 7. And she will now serve, Brenna Mayer, I should say, 5'11" junior, gets it over the net. Long gives it to Booth, and she sends it long. She's just an 8th grader. She'll get that down as the years go by. Hathaway gets blocked at the net. Number 30 for the Red Knights did a great job, almost trying to save it. Allie Brooks, the junior, number 30. So now, suddenly, the Falcons are up 2. And Brenna Mayer to serve again. Carr to Booth. And that went off the chest of number 14, Riley Fry, off her body, and so that's an illegal hit. So point goes to Benilde. And number 28 is in for the Red Knights to serve. That's Caitlin Fox. Oh, just nicely done. The back row, I think that might have been number 4, or excuse me, that might have been Clark. She's just served it right up there for Hathaway's kill shot. Thank you very much. So back to serve again. 28 is Caitlin Fox, tied at 9s. And the dink shot almost works. Hathaway saw that opening, well done, but well saved by Clark. Scrambling for that ball. Hathaway with the bump, and Jackson with the spike attempt from the back row. And big time shot by number 9, Sophie Vogel for Armstrong. And that set, it's a perfect example where the set makes it. Look where the ball is, where she can hit it. I mean, it's just too easy. That tells you how important that set is. Well done by Armstrong. And they are to serve, and Vogel will get to serve it. It's uncanny how the kill shot person is always, not always, but oftentimes the next person up to serve right away, which must be a good feeling to get the kill shot and then you get to go serve right away. Okay, so we have a substitution in for Armstrong. Number 8 is Rachel Ukestad. She is a sophomore, 5'9". And now in to serve for the Red Knights is number 13, Anna Scherson. She's a junior captain. Usually gets substituted in to serve, and that's a great serve by her. And Hathaway is right there to stuff number 14, Riley Fry. Well done by Hathaway. She is a real steadying force out there, the senior captain, number 12. Okay, there's Fry. Back to Clark, but there's a net violation, so point before Clark had an opportunity to do some damage with her hammer of her right arm. point goes to Benilde. Now they've opened up a 2-point lead, and that means number 13, Anna Scherson, to serve again. And that jump serve, nicely done. Number 5, that's Schumacher. And now we have a violation, technical violation against Benilde, so they give up the ball and the point. And back to serve is Audrey Schumacher, number 5 there. And she will jump serve it. Gets it in, Carr. And Maisie Jackson fires it, and Schumacher answers with a nice bump, and she hammers it over. Maisie Jackson just dinks it over. Nope, they called an illegal hit there. I think that might have been an illegal hit. So, or wait a minute. Who'd they call that on? No, that was a violation on the Falcons. They may have been in the neutral zone of the net. Sometimes it's hard to see what that is. So now serving, that was number 22, Sophie Dobos. And the point goes to her and her Red Knights, and a 2-point lead at 13-11. Nice job. Sophie Dobos, the sophomore, in to serve for her 2nd consecutive point. And she gets a nice no spin on that. It's like a knuckleball. And a big block at the net. Blocks Clark. And at the net was number 4 as we go to timeout. That was Skya Faber and Kara Volbrecht there with the big block on Griffith, and a timeout taken by the Falcons. A 1-minute timeout. They're down by 4. We're just past the halfway point of game 3. They're tied at 1-1. Both these teams are pretty evenly matched. Been a lot of lead changes. Head coach for Benilde, Phuong Nguyen. Probably just doing a lot of psychological type talk, trying to keep their heads up. You can see him jumping around there in the huddle. Highly engaged. Got a strong student fan contingent here from Benilde. They've been standing pretty much the whole time. Halloween costumes, chanting. Great school spirit on display here by the Benilde St. Margaret Red Knights. All right, we're coming out of the timeout. Red Knights are 10 points from a 2-1 lead in this best of 5. Okay, back to serve once again is Sophie Dobos. She gets it in, and she gets the point. So Dobos asserts herself here in game 3. We hadn't called her number much in games 1 and 2, but now she is about to go for her 3rd consecutive point, and she is really fired up. You can tell by her bouncing that ball. There's Fry, and the big kill shot by Olivia Heck, and that was a beautiful set by number 14, Riley Fry. A behind-the-back set, well done by her. She put that ball in a really nice spot. So now into serve is Maddie Zanenko for the Falcons. Zanenko, Schumacher bumps it over, Faber, and to Maisie Jackson, and she brings it home. She powers it right through the block. Trying to bring it down was Brina Mayer and Riley Fry, but Maisie Jackson's power overtook that wall. So now into serve, here's Anna Carr. Schumacher with the bump, Fry, and it's gonna go to Clark, and she takes it easy on that one, and Booth sends it deep. Schumacher answers Fry. And a fight at the net, and we have a violation. Oh, net violation on Benilde. Curious looks on the face by Benilde. Not sure they agreed with that. I didn't see it, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. So now 17-13. The net is a 4-point lead by Benilde, and that is Fry, Riley Fry to serve for the Falcons. Nice job there by number 11 for Benilde, Kara Volbrecht. And now a big spike. Look at the celebration there by Benilde. Watch this right there. Booth, the 8th grader, having a good time, as they should. 18-13. Back into serve now, again, is Sarah Luong. Jump serve, she is not missed. Oh, until right then, just long, not by much. The official was right there. Let's see here. They let it go. Boy, that was on the line. Bad call. Bad call. It's gonna happen though, that's life. Gotta fight through it. So a little momentum shift based on that call. Yeah, I was surprised that they called that out. Okay, 18-15, now back to serve for the Falcons. That is Lauren Clark. Benilde's gonna have to regroup here after that bad call. Here comes Maisie Jackson. Big time, what a dig. Wow, I just let the pictures do the talking. That is unbelievable volleyball there. Great action, and now it's 18-16. Clark to serve again. And following that questionable call, it really was a momentum changer for the Falcons. A little bit of the, you can just feel it, just sucked out of the Benilde there. So good timeout here. I didn't catch who called it, but I bet Benilde did. And this is a good time to call a timeout there. I think Benilde was upset by a couple different calls. Here's that replay again. And like no angle is perfect, but boy, that ball looked like it hit the line. Let's see. Look at that. It's right on it. Right on it. If not inside it, actually. From this angle, it may look like it's on it. I think it's certainly not beyond it. So that was in. That's really unfortunate. Look at that, right there. Nice job by our camera technicians. Beautiful. High quality pictures here from Park TV 16 Sports on location. Go check it out on the website on YouTube. Just Google parktv.org. You can catch all the games that they catch. Really great equipment, great slow-mo, great replay, great highlight reels. Check it out. Maisie Jackson. And a violation, so the Red Knights get a call back in their favor. That might help them out here psychologically. So now Maisie Jackson to serve at 19-16, 6 points from Game 3 victory. Pivotal Game 3 as they're tied at 1. Oh my, what a big hit there. Kill by Brenna Mayer. And a nice fake job to who they were going to set that to. So now back to serve is number 11, Brenna Mayer. She's a junior, 5'11". Gets that ball in. You see very few misses on the serve. Hathaway, boy, is she steady. She is steady Freddy for Benilde. Very consistent. So 20-17 and back to serve is 28. Caitlin Fox. Yeah, that was an unforced error there by Clark. Her bump in the back row got away from her and it went right up to the net and an easy kill shot there for Benilde. Now they're just 4 points from the victory of Game 3. Caitlin to serve again. Caitlin Fox. She gives it right to Clark. Schumacher with the spike attempt, and she finds a great angle down the right side. So point and side out to the Falcons. Red Knight fans making lots of noise here as this Game 3 is coming to a conclusion here. Everyone knows this is a big one because it's just a best of 5. Serving there was Olivia Hecht for the Falcons. Oh, big save there by Clark. Schumacher with the spike, saved by Carr. Luong to Hathaway. Big shot, it works. She shows up again big time late in the game. Gives them their 22nd point, their 3 points from the Game 3 victory. What a smart play by Hathaway. Out comes Luong, in comes number 13. Anna Scherson to serve. She and Luong are their designated servers. and back row specialists. 3 points from the Victory. She's certainly capable of reeling off 3 in a row. A little discussion on the sideline there between the referee and maybe it looked like the coach for Benilde, Mr. Luong. Nice deep serve there. Hecht with the spike attempt goes off Scherzen. So point and side out to Armstrong. There's 6 points from the Victory of game 3. And back to try to make that happen is number 5, Schumacher. Audrey with the serve. Carr. Fry shows up. Number 4. We haven't called her name a lot tonight, but Skya Faber. Number 9. Or excuse me, number 4. She's a 9th grader. Shows up big time at a big moment. Now 2 points from the game 3 Victory and into serve. Number 22, Sophie Dobo. She had a great service round last time and she follows suit again. An ace by her. Maddie Zanenko is a very good player in the back row and she was unable to handle it, and now the Falcons take another timeout at game point. That is obviously their MO. To try to like ice the kicker in a field goal football situation. And I think it worked last time. Last game, it was Benilde was at point 24 going for game point. They called timeout. Benilde came out and lost the serve and the next point. So, but they ended up winning the match, or the game, I should say. So we'll see if that strategy works in the Falcons' favor again this time. On both the short term in terms of winning the point and the right to serve, and if it carries through to victory here in game 3. But they got a tall order. They got to reel off 7 in a row, basically, to win game 3. So definitely favor is for the Red Knights here. Game point. Dobos to serve for game 3. Clark doesn't handle the set, and that's it. That's the 25th point. Benilde takes game 2. They lead 2-1. Come back for game 4.
A life entertaining tourists is no life for a wild animal. Whether taken from the wild or bred in captivity, they are beaten and forced to endure cruel training. Animals need you to stand up for them. Help World Animal Protection stop their abuse and exploitation. Together, we can change the minds of tourists, the travel industry, and governments. Together, we can keep wild animals in the wild where they belong. Wild animals are not entertainers. Stand up for wildlife now. Visit standupforwildlife.org.
Welcome back to Park TV 16 Sports on location from Cooper High School in Robbinsdale. We are bringing you 6 AAA semifinal girls varsity action. Winner of tonight's match will go to the final against Hopkins on Saturday, November 4th at noon in this gymnasium in Robbinsdale. If you're just joining us, Benilde has a 2-1 lead. They dropped game 1 and they won game 2 and 3. And now this is an elimination game, game 4. Both teams are in red. And this time the Falcons are gonna be on our left. The Red Knights on our right. You can see Coach Luong talking to his daughter, number 10, Sarah Luong. And if you've been watching earlier, number 52 for the Red Knights. We were trying to guess her height. She is 6'7", according to one of the parents in the stands here for the Benilde Red Knights. She's just an 8th grader. One of the exciting players. They're all exciting to watch. But I've never seen a 6'7" volleyball player before. And Maisie Jackson starts it out with the left hand too. What made that special was she did it with the left hand. What great body control, and she gets Benilde off to a great start here with the first point of game 4. So now back to serve is Sarah Luong, number 10, just a sophomore. Jump serve. Oh, and there comes Clark, and what a bump, and the back row by number 22, Sophie Dobos. What a tough bump, and the point ends up going to Vanille. Lauren Clark, she's a D1 recruit to Penn State. Nittany Lions is the hardest spike kill shot person I've ever seen in girls volleyball. And Dobos, number 22, answered it. She's equally tough. Now Benilde hits the back row. Falcons scrambling here early in game 4, and there the 6-7 Booth gets it brought right back at her, and she was in the net, or someone was in the net, so that's a technical violation, and point goes to the Falcons, and side out to them. Back to serve, Riley Fry, 14. She's had a significant role for the Falcons' success tonight as well, and she jump serves. Really great service there. And here comes Maisie Jackson. And Riley Fry, frustrated on that one, was unable to handle the velocity by Maisie Jackson's spike, also a Division I recruit going to Northern Illinois. And now she'll serve with a 3-1 lead here early in the 4th. Out goes number 22, Sophie Dobos. I can't overemphasize how important of a save that was on the Clark kill shot just a moment ago. And side out, another violation. They don't call out the name or the violation, so it's hard sometimes to know, but it's usually in the neutral zone or hitting the net. Body control is a big issue when you're playing up that front net, not to touch that net at all. Okay, Clark to serve. And the spike by Booth. And the point goes to Benilde on a violation on the Falcons. So 4-2, and back to serve, number 9, Anna Carr, the senior captain. She's had a great night. Played almost the whole way, if not the whole way. And she bumps that, and it's gonna go to Hathaway. Now Schumacher bumps it over the net. Luong, back to Maisie Jackson from the back row, and she delivers with a kill shot. That is impressive when you are, what, 12, 15 feet from the net, and jumping and spiking and killing and scoring points from that vantage point. That is something special to see, very difficult to do. 5-2 Benilde, they're the number 2 seed, and they're starting to show it here. And there's a big spike there, this time for the Falcons. Number 9, Sophie Vogel. She's 6'2", sophomore. Now back to serve for the Falcons is number 11, Brenna Mayer. She gets it over. And that is Skya Faber. But the point goes to the Armstrong Falcons, and now they're just within 1. Got a chance here. There's the bump. Oh, what a diving save there by Luong for the Red Knights. Maisie Jackson bumps it over, and there's the spike attempt and the dive by Carr to Hathaway, and she lets it fly. What a sequence there. What a cup, and what made that point happen was number 10, Luong, as she comes out. Watch that, and Carr, and then Hathaway closes it out. It looked like advantage Falcons, but for both Carr and Luong with point-saving, diving bumps, led to Hathaway's kill shot and a 6-4 lead, and the right to serve there is number 13, Anna Scherson, and the spike attempt by number 9, Sophie Vogel for the Falcons, finds some open wood deep in an unguarded part of the court there for the Red Knights, so now it's 6-5. Both teams very, very competitive tonight. Now to serve is number 9, Sophie Vogel. Jump serve. And nice job there by number 4, Skya Faber, the freshman. There she is, starting to assert herself late in this match. Look at that. She saw the opening and delivered. Nice job by her. Now into the match for the Falcons. Number 8, Rachel Ukestad, sophomore, 5'9", and in to serve for the Red Knights again is Sophie Dobo. She has really asserted herself in these last 2 games. Here comes Maisie Jackson with the hammer, and it goes off Clark. And the Falcons are really starting to show some frustration. They might even be showing some fatigue, just a little bit I'm detecting. I'm just courtside here. I'm close up to them, and they're starting to wear down here, maybe just a tad. We'll see. Schumacher with the spike and the block. Chance here for the Red Knights. Is it going to go to Jackson? No, the quick hit there. And the spike, saved by Dobos. Here comes Maisie Jackson, and she serves it, just dinks it over, decides not to put the hammer. And here comes Clark with the hammer, and that goes long. She looks like she might be getting a little tired. Just a tad herself there. And that ball went long, and that can be a sign of fatigue. Just letting up a little bit can allow that ball to sail. Clark gets the bump, and it's going to come back to her, and she lets that fly. This time it finds its way in. She took a little off at that time and had a little bit more spin, and it dived right into the corner there. Nice job by her. You can see the hook. Watch that thing dive right by the Benilde player there, Dobos, and in between her and Scherson. So 9-6, and that ball goes out of bounds. So they call that an ace for Armstrong. And now they're just within 2, but they've been trailing most of this game and the last 2. Nice serve there by Schumacher, barely saved by number 13, Scherson. And Armstrong gets that point. I think that ball sailed long. So Schumacher to serve again. She's on a bit of a roll here, just down 1, 9-8. There she is. Jump serve, gets it in. Nobody's missing any first serves, hardly at all, tonight here in this semifinal. And Clark hammers it. And did it go off a Benilde player? It did not. So point for Benilde. Clark didn't look tired on that one, but it did go long. Maybe a little frustration behind that shot. Okay, now out for Benilde. Skya Faber will take a seat. In comes number 28, Caitlin Fox, and she will serve. Clark decides just to dink it over this time. Maisie Jackson, oh, the ball wasn't in a very good spot for her, and it just went off her fingertips. Long is off the bench there, encouraging them just to be a little more aggressive with that set, with his hand gestures there. A little coaching from the sideline now, 10-9, and serving is number 4, Maddie Zanenko for the Falcons. And Booth, the 6'7", 8th grader. Boy, the look on her face, she was very relieved that that ball went in, and it was a nice job by her to give them a 2-point lead here. Back in, Maisie Jackson back to serve. Scherson comes out, and in comes Luong to serve. Jump serve in again, very consistent. Clark. All right, it's got to go over for Benilde. Nice job there by Carr. And a violation in the net was number 14, Riley Fry. That one I saw. So those unforced errors really loom large in playoff matches like this. Got to get those serves in, avoid those technical violations at the net. Don't need to give away free points. All right, here we go. Clark with this, not really a kill shot. Here comes Luong to Booth. She has to tip it over. Wasn't where she wanted it. Schumacher with the spike from the back row. Saved by Dobos. Dobos once again unable to save it. So point to Armstrong. And back to serve is number 14, Riley Fry. 12-10. Jackson to Luong, back to Jackson. Oh, what a nice save there by Fry. Clark, nope, into the net. Technical violation. So, point to Benilde. Another net violation. I think Clark, number 12, caught the net that she was trying to play the ball. Maisie Jackson now goes back to Clark. Almost a collision in the back row. Vogel's spike attempt goes into the net and blocked. So now a 4-point lead. Benilde's, I think, their largest lead of game 4, and Armstrong wisely takes a timeout. They've been on the short end of the stick on the scoreboard for the last 2.5 games now, and I think they're probably pretty tired of looking at the scoreboard despite all their efforts. And still down. I'm looking over, you can see our graphic of the playoff brackets there. You can see Benilde number 2 taking on Armstrong number 3. That's going on right now. Happy Halloween to everybody watching. But the winner of this match will take on Hopkins. I think Hopkins is undefeated all year long. But as I'm talking about the bracket, I was looking out of the corner of my eye, and one of the assistant coaches had taken Lauren Clark. That's their D1, clearly their most talented player, going to Penn State. Just had a private conversation with her aside from the huddle. They really need her to step up. And now she's coming out of the huddle, she's smiling. She looked like she was having a good time the last game and a half, and I can't blame her, but they really need her to have a good attitude. And she's coming out clapping and encouraging her teammates, hoping to get them back in the match. Maisie Jackson now to serve out of the timeout with a 4-point lead. Here comes to Hathaway. Nice save by the Falcons. To Clark, wasn't a very good set for her at all. Semenko, off Luong. Jackson's got to go over. Carr, nice job by her saving that. There's the spike, saved. Hathaway, blocked at the net by number 11. Nice job by Brenna Mayer, the junior, 6'1". Blocks Hathaway's shot, and that hasn't happened to Hathaway very much. Usually when she's going to do a kill shot at the net, it's going to be a point for Benilde. But now, side out, Clark to serve. And into the net. Yeah, she looks tired. There's no question about it. She is not quite at the level she was in the early parts of this match. I started noticing she just looked a little tired, and that is a prime example of that. So, there's Clark. She may have expended a lot more energy than she wanted to early on. Boy, nice job by her saving that one, though, I'll say that. And a nice shot there by number 5, Audrey Schumacher, from the left side, finds the side wide open. Nice angle taken by her on that kill shot, keeping the Falcons within 3. Now to serve, Brenna Mayer. Carr, Hathaway, Jackson. Did she find the line? No, the linesman. From my vantage point, I thought that was probably the right call, but I'm in a terrible angle. And the person calling it is way down the right side. Let's see here. Yeah, that was clearly out. Meanwhile, another point goes to Armstrong, and now they're within 1. Great camera work there. Still serving is Brenna Mayer. Trying to, and there was a double hit there as the players, Luong and Carr, ran into each other. Coach Luong off the bench, pointing at his head, telling her to use, there he is, telling her to use her head now. They got to play smart, got to be mentally tough in these high intensity games. A lot at stake here to go to the final. It's clear both teams want to win very badly. Oh my goodness, that was served up for Sophie Vogel. And now the Falcons have overtaken the Red Knights here in this critical game 4. It's an elimination game. If Benilde wins this, they move on. If they lose, it's a game 5 tonight. Jackson with the bump. Faber keeps it alive. There's Fry. Luong. violation, and Hathaway, number 12, brings home the point. It was her kill shot that led to that violation. So she gets back on track. Not that she was really off of it. She's having a heck of a night here for the Red Knights. And we're tied at 16, game 4. Benilde up 2-1. And in to serve, again, Anna Scherson. Referee talking to the coach for Robbinsdale. Not exactly sure what the discussion is. Let's see. Yeah, she went right into the net. I don't think there's any discussion about that. And that was a no-brainer there. So that's why that point ended after Hathaway's great kill shot that led to that. Oh my, what a nice shot there. And we got a net violation. I think that was on Hathaway, but boy, deep in the corner there, number 13, Anna Scherson. That is big time stuff, saving those really, really big kill shots. Okay, back to serve for the Falcons. Sophie Vogel, number 9. Jump serve. Hathaway decides to dink it. Gets put back on her, and she saves it to the back row to Clark. Schumacher with the spike, blocked, saved. Hathaway with the kill shot. Clark saves it with her left hand. And then she saves it back over the net, diving. To Scherson, Hathaway from the back row, gets it over. Schumacher once again, and she gets it done. The block attempt by Faber, number 4, and number 11, Kara Volbrecht, unable to stop that. So the Falcons now again have a 2-point lead, 18-16. And we have some substitutions back in. Luong, number 10, comes in for Kara Volbrecht. Back to serve, number 9, that's Sophie Vogel. With a 2-point lead. It's been a while since the Falcons have had a lead this late in the match, and she is unable to get any type of velocity or lift on that ball. Tough, unforced error there by the Falcons just when they were getting some momentum. It's the last thing they wanted to have happen there. So break for Benilde. They get the point and the service just when the momentum was going against them. Also in for the Falcons again is number 8, Rachel Ukestad in the back row. Clark gets that one. Schumacher with the spike off the front row. Luong over to Maisie Jackson and almost blocked at the net, but saved by the Falcons. Clark delivers it back over the net. This time, Faber. Luong, it's going to Jackson, and she brings it and blocked at the net. Saved by Dobos. Dinked over by Luong. Saved by Sky. Fry, I should say. And finally, number 16, Olivia Hecht gets the kill shot. What a rally that was. Might have been the longest rally of the night. Great volleyball being played by both sides. Oh, just out of the reach. All right, into service, Audrey Schumacher with a 2-point lead. And Maisie Jackson gets blocked at the net. Nice job by the Falcons. And they give it to Clark, and she gets stuffed by Skya Faber, number 4. And that has got the Benilde Red Knights out of their seats. That is something to see. They stuffed a D1 recruit, and she had brought it all on that one. Lauren Clark did. So that might be the momentum changer that the Red Knights were looking for. Number 28 now back to serve, and in the match is Caitlin Fox. Gets it to the back row. Zenenko gets the bump, and the shot goes off the front line, finds the open space. So now the Falcons are just 5 points from winning game 4 and forcing a game 5. And back to serve is Maddie Zenenko, and she can get on a roll. She's reeled off 5 or 6 in a row in this match tonight. She sends it back to the deep row. They decide to play it. There's Booth now back in, the 6'7", 8th grader. And Clark brings it, and it's blocked by Luong and Booth, and it goes off the side, and point to the Red Knights. Boy, they have stuffed Lauren Clark twice in a row. And if that's not a momentum shifter, I don't know what else could be. But the Red Knights find themselves down still just 1 point. And in to serve is Sarah Luong. Very steady at the service line. She's only been called out once, and I think the replay showed it was the wrong call. And Maisie Jackson off the block attempt, gets the kill, and now we're tied at 20. Basically, first one to get the next 5 points by 2 wins game 4. If Benilde does it, they move on to the final. The tension in the gym is starting to rise, and it already was high. Luong, again with a consistent serve to the back row. Clark has to play defense instead of spiking it. Luong to Maisie Jackson, and that combination, oh my God, they save it somehow, the Falcons do. Maisie Jackson brings it again, and this time she finds the open space in the middle. What a point. Benilde looked like they had it, the Falcons saved it. And then Maisie found the opening right there. Red Knights showing some great resilience here. They were down, and now they're back, up 1-4 from the final. 4 points from the final on Saturday against the Hopkins Royals. Jump serve by Luong, in again, of course. And what, they thought it was gonna go to Clark, and the setter did a nice job and got it to Brenna Mayer, and all kinds of wide open court as a result. They were moving over for Clark, and I can't blame them. All right, now it's tied at 21. Back to serve is Riley Fry. Jump serve. Jackson coming right back to her. Armstrong saves it. Clark dinks it over. Carr to Maisie Jackson on the blind setup. And the bump attempt is unable to be controlled by Zenenko, and it serves it up to the front line for Booth to just tip it down right there. That's all a result of the kill shot that led to that. It's kind of like a goaltender in hockey that can't control the rebound. They might make the save, but if it comes right out into the open slot, that's exactly what that reminds me of. So 22-21, Maisie Jackson, 3 points from victory in the match. Jump serve, it's in. Clark sent it to the back row, Luong bumps it. Carr, Maisie Jackson. Oh, and it sails long on her. She took a little bit off of it, and it sailed on her, so we're tied at 22. And number 12, Lauren Clark, back. She's just a junior, even though she's been recruited by Penn State. Okay. Maisie Jackson. That's Fry. Oh, and that ball is out. Point for the Red Knights. They are 2 points from the final of 6 AAA. Serving is Anna Carr. Jackson with the save on the kill attempt by the Falcons. Jackson up to serve it, and she pushes it. What a nifty move shot by Jackson. And a timeout by the Falcons. We are at match point of the semifinal of 6 AAA girls volleyball. It's been a great match all along. Armstrong got game 1, and it's been back and forth most of the night, especially in game 4. We've had several lead changes, and now we have arrived at game point. It's been a loud, raucous crowd on Halloween night. The Benilde fans are still entertaining themselves in the corner here to my right. Little skits. Great team spirit, great school spirit. And they can hear it. It is game point. That is all Benilde fans in the background. If you can hear that, they want victory. They can taste it. And in to serve it out Number 9, the senior captain, Anna Carr. Will they go to the finals on this point? Clark. And Armstrong saves off elimination. Every point could be their last right here, and in to serve, number 11, Rena Mayer gets it over. Jackson, Luong, to Hathaway. Saved, Luong, to Hathaway. And that'll do it. Benilde wins as their teammates come rushing onto the court. And I have to say, number 12, Sophie Hathaway had a great night. She was the steady player. The whole team did great. And there is your finals. 25-16, 25-22, 25-19, 25-23. Benilde Red Knights are moving on to the final of 6 AAA. They will take on the Hopkins Royals on Saturday at noon at Cooper High School. So for Paul Broden, our producer, all our cameramen, and everyone associated with Park 16 Sports, thanks for listening, thanks for watching. We'll see you again.